No, too early. God damn it. Look that up. Ooh, Pariahs. Oh. Let's try it again. Hello. My attention was elsewhere, divided momentarily. Oh dear. Well, the reason, there's a reason for that, Lucius. And we'll do this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jumplex. Happy birthday to you.
It's Jump's birthday?
Yeah, it is. So you guys take it easy on me today.
No, you're gonna get it even harder today.
Absolutely not.
Wow,
Okay.
Oh,
my.
wow. I don't even. Whew.
You kept that quiet.
I'm
She
getting a
did.
little flushed.
Yeah, you kept that well and truly quiet. I saw I saw Sneeze put it in chat. I'm like, no, surely not. Let me check Facebook. Facebook did you? Gave you away. So, Jumplex, happy birthday. 21 again, yeah?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, 21 for sure, so I can still drink, but never past 29.
No.
I've been
Precisely.
29 for a few years now.
Why are you doing D&D on your birthday? What's all that about? You should have thought you'd be taking a day off. Doing, you know,
No,
doing
this
actual...
is a day.
Okay.
No, this
Cool.
is a day about doing what I find fun,
Oh.
and I like doing D&D, and plus, like, you know, Diesel probably would have, you know, skipped out on me, and I'd been drinking all by myself. At least now I can, like,
Wow.
at least I can hang out with you guys.
In that case, get yourself a drink, Jump, if you don't have one. This is
I do.
good. Well, in that case, I'll raise a glass for 29 plus X birthday. Cheers. Ah,
Thank you. And that was beautifully sang, by the way.
thank you. It was a little memey, but you know.
Sorry,
you know,
it's just gotten weird.
Not as weird as it was a
don't
few
know.
minutes before the stream started, but that'll probably come up in the recap. So,
I
Jump,
don't
thank you.
remember that.
Thank you for those 40 months. I appreciate it. Dur's coming in with the 3 years. Oh, it's been 3 long years. Just Smith with 9-month resub. Oh, it's the old baby versary for Twitch. Smith, thank you very much. I appreciate it. What breaks this week? Probably my sanity, if last episode was anything to go by. With that, Cypher, save me. Or don't. That's cool too.
No, I guess not. Did you not say the wall of the text that is the announcement? It's fucking daunting. Lots.
Congratulations.
All
You've
right.
been promoted.
Yeah. Where do we start? At the beginning. Okay. We started off heading back. Well, yeah, heading back to the folly. It was late, so we snuck in the back door, waking up Falco, obviously, because Falco.
Yeah, he never gets a break.
Feet on the desk. Can't be doing it. But yeah, and we swapped stories. At what we'd been up to, what he's been up to. He was very pleased with himself and his pallets of lumber. And Well, he got a bit ahead of himself because he thought we were going to do drugs, and we were like, "Fucker, if you just shut up for fucking 2 minutes and stop interrupting, we'll tell you what's going on." Jesus fucking Christ. That's what happens when you drink before bed.
I feel personally attacked.
Oh, I mean, gobshite shoe fits. And then we had I said Vanya, fuck it, it's not Vanya, what's her name? Valentina, fucking, well, she tried to skulk in, but as always, Garrett fucking sees everything. Nothing gets past Garrett. So she turned up to drop off a little pouch. Actually, more than a little pouch. Like, I'm pretty sure people would get shanked in the street for that amount of money in Novostoya. That Cypher may or may not have pocketed. Nobody commented on, so that's cool. We asked her a few questions, got a few tidbits, and then we went to bed for the night, ready for an early morning, an early rise, and everybody was up early doing their own things. Cypher went to Garrett for a signet ring of his own and to learn Sylvan for the future, because you never know. Vanya was in a rush to get somewhere and do something.
I'm going to the society bag.
Exactly. And that was our first warning. Things were going to go wrong. So off she went to the society to get, well, to start phase 1 of get the Pike District clean and off drugs. And the botanist was like, yeah, have my mad scientist concoction. This will definitely work. That's not even what she said. She's just like, try it and tell me what happens. We're pretty much her words, right?
Pretty much, yes. She wasn't sure what the side effects would be, but she would very much be interested in a report on what happened to those who imbibed.
Yes, Vanya. Did you take notes?
Oh, she did. She examined what was happening while it was happening and was writing notes in her journal that she keeps for Reza.
Okay, fair enough. So she came back with her concoction in hand, and instead of testing it on somebody unimportant, old Timothy, who, you know, we made a point of putting him to bed, giving him a bath. Well, we didn't. We pawned it off to fucking the NPC PCs. Yeah. But yeah, they spent all night getting him cleaned up and locked. Well, actually, no, they locked him in a fucking broom closet.
You got Harry Pottered.
Yeah. Fucking, you just can't get the fucking staff nowadays,
No.
you know?
No. Can't get the players these days after what happened.
Wow, okay. Just pointing that right at you, Vanya.
What?
Don't worry.
I'm just
about it. But yeah, she tested the product on poor little Timothy and had some explosive results as he swelled up like Violet from Willy Wonka. Only realistically.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't float away this time, though. Well, perhaps it may have done spiritually, but
Yeah, but no, as he ruptured in the middle. I assume he's just two halves of a person held together by his spinal cord.
it's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So that happened. Cy and Desmond Shaw went on the road to go find tasty treats of the magical kind in Mom's Town from a group called the Outcasts. And to be fair, they weren't that hard to find as they were quite open, right? They did a full procession and stuff. And, like, all you had to do is be there and wait, and you'd
Yeah.
see them.
If you were looking for them, they weren't hard to find.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, but we did pay for the some of the information from a quite nice chap who realized we're probably not what we're seeing. Like, he's looking at us like uncanny valley, looking at your face. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
You could kill me. And we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, we could. So he was like, yeah, okay, cool. But I mean, he got 11 silver coins.
You got a hefty payday.
Yeah, nice chunk of change. So he's having a good day. But they followed a procession south to it's kind of like crossroads between towns and stuff, right? It's like a road. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I've got to remember the place myself.
It's south, further south.
Oh, it is further south. Yeah, it's there. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, would you like me to put a pin on the map for you?
Can I have a pin, please, dear?
You can have a pin. Let's copy that. Put that there. What would we like it to be called?
Outcast Lair.
Okay.
I believe they were calling the Hooded Associates.
Edgy.
Dodgy house full of dodgy people.
Yeah. There we go. So with the old pin.
Snack bar.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. So Cypher and Desmond followed them. Didn't make contact. Information is key, and there was only 2 of them. God knows how many mages they had, because they had, was it 4 or 5 building complex? Like in a
Yes.
Yeah. So they could have any number of people, and we didn't want to startle them and cause a ruckus. Besides, they might be useful, so
Yeah.
best to keep them alive for now. And yeah, that's what Cypher and Desmond did. And Rez and Garrett had a mommy and daddy date out. As they went to Dwen's, Reza to go get a fancy new crossbow, which was actually a pretty cool little hand crossbow, right?
Uh-huh.
Was it +1 damage, was it?
Think so?
Put all this time and effort into giving players stuff and they just don't even bother looking at it, chat.
It's all right. I remembered it did +1 damage.
I'm trying to remember my button.
They were.
Can't find it.
It does some other fancy shit too. It's really cool.
But yeah, she got that. She's very happy about. And Garrett was like, "Hey, Dwayne, you wanna come live with us for a bit and build some stuff?" And she was like, "Yeah, here's the keys. Look after the shop." And he's like, "Okay, actually, okay. I need all of your tools. Cool."
Yeah, you got. Obviously, in the Wooden Spike, you would have access to a small forge, amongst other things. So, yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
It already sounds like you've got ideas, Garrett.
Moi?
Yeah, I thought so.
I do believe we ended last session just in time for everybody to reconvene back at the Folly, ready to say how Vanya's day had went.
Why do we got to start there?
Because, funnily enough, that's exactly where we are starting tonight's session.
Birthday girl goes first.
So, with most of you now returning to the Folly, Garrett, Reza, Desmond, Cypher, you're in the main room, the main hall. At this point, it's been relatively quiet. Julian's behind the bar, popping in and out every now and again just to arrange the drinks and stock the shelves up along with Lyella for the day to come. And it's at that moment where you would see Falco step into the main tavern chamber wearing what can only be described as an old butcher's apron stained in blood with a mop over his shoulder and a bucket in hand. He looks into the bar, sees you all, turns away back to the bar, puts the mop down, grabs a bottle that Julian's put down, cracks the top open, and begins to drink. Not saying a word as he just downs the contents of the bottle, gulp by gulp.
Francis got you working in the kitchen again.
Sure. Hey, no. No, just let me and he goes back to drinking the rest of the bottle for a moment, tips it upend, and polishes the entire contents off. Oh. No, perhaps you want to... You know what? Falco discards the empty bottle to the counter, picks his mop up, slings it back over his shoulder, and pokes his head into the kitchen. Vanya, why don't you, I believe this one's for you. I've got some more mopping to do. Francis, get me another bucket, would you? Fresh water, please. And with that, Falco steps back into the kitchen.
Vanya's gonna step out, but she's gonna cast telepathic link on Falco and say, "Hey,
Oh,
it's me, Vanya."
Yeah, I am. Oh, God, I can hear you in my head now.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I know you haven't gotten a lot of sleep, and I
No.
appreciate everything that you just did. But I think I've got it figured out. I'm gonna need another Timothy.
All right. Like what? Stitch him together, sort of Timothy, or because that?
No, I mean,
Yeah, there's not much stitching, maybe.
no,
Bolt?
I meant somebody who's completely out of their mind on this drug.
I mean,
I'm gonna need another guy.
Can't you do that? You're the ones heading down there all the time. That pike is well out of my wheelhouse. And besides, I've got, a few great... I am not going to do it myself, but...
I kind of need it right now because I feel like I may have messed up and we need to experiment as soon as possible. So if you could just head down there right now.
Oh, all right. Sure. I'll be about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. Just anyone,
Okay. Yeah, and we'll meet in the same room, right?
Do you not want me to finish mopping up what remains of the poor fucker who, blew up?
Do you think anybody would go in there? Or
Well,
do you think we
while
should
this
have a party?
conversation is happening, Reza has gone over to stand in front of Vanya and is just kind of like waving her hand in front of her face to try and break her concentration. Who are you talking to, Vanya?
Roll me a
What's
quick
going
perception check, Reza.
Okay. Imagine she's just standing there with this blank look on her face.
So, Falco wasn't talking in his head. He was actually talking, not so much out loud, but he was talking. And you heard every word that he just said from his end.
Vanya, is there something you want to share with the rest of us? Did Falco say he needs about 2 hours?
At this point,
So
Falco
still-
points to the door and just dips out.
Well, well, it's not in my nature to lie, but to inspire. I was inspiring him to grab another test subject to how I was tasked with ridding the world of the evil substance that vegetabilizes the Pica district and that is coming into this area and is creating a negative environment because we really need to turn this around, right?
Reza is just kind of staring at her with like a "what the fuck are you talking about" look on her face. Why do I feel like you're not lying, but you are tap dancing around the truth?
What do you mean?
Why do we need somebody besides Timothy?
So you guys would be okay with me experimenting on Timothy? So, because we're trying.
Experiment with what?
Trying to get him off of the drugs, and I have cured his predicament. He will never take drugs again.
Reza narrows her eyes.
I can feel you just what?
Tell me I don't smell and I'll let it go.
Oh, wow. She can't do it.
I
She
can't.
can't do it.
You do smell like.
Like
Fine.
lavender and peonies, because that's what I press into my clothes when I'm not wearing them.
Yeah, but that still doesn't mask the stench that you have going on right now. You need to get the odor out first before you press that in there, because now it just smells like shit and peonies.
Garrett, do we still need her?
Well, I'm just trying to help you. If you put your best self forward, and I mean smell, you can inspire others by being clean. Because look how dirty this area, the individuals that come in here, and if you didn't smell, maybe they wouldn't smell, right? If we all just kind of, set an example.
Vanya, you're deflecting.
From
what we're talking about.
She starts biting her nails. I did what I was. Well, I'm trying to find a cure. I tried to find. I I think I've found a cure. We just need to test it one more time.
Why?
The first time that I tested it, it was again, like I said, it met the objective. He'll never touch the or want the drugs again. But it may have not been in the way that you guys would want it to happen.
So Timothy's cured. That's good. I need him.
Yeah.
I've got a very special task for him.
Does it?
I need his head clear.
His head is still there. So you can use that if you need it. Is it going to require him to physically move or talk, or do you just kind of need him parts of him?
Oh, yes, I'm going to put him in charge of Piker.
That may not work.
You don't have confidence in Timothy. You know, you the one who cured him. Surely you've turned him into an incredibly reliable agent that we can depend on to represent our interests in Piker.
He would never betray you at this moment, I can tell you that.
Marvelous. Let's go and see him.
But I don't think that he can head anything up for you right now, Garrett. Don't go up there.
No, I want to see how the man's progressing. He obviously must be more coherent than the last time I saw him.
He may not be able to speak to you.
That's
and
fine.
maybe
I can talk into his head. It'll be fine.
He may be a little all over the place. I just
Little all over the place.
Garrett, Timothy is no longer with us.
Why he ran away?
He's gone back to Piker?
No, he's still here. But he's not here.
What?
There's pieces of him here.
The cure killed him.
Yeah. He may have exploded into a bunch of little pieces.
What do you mean, may have?
Okay, he did. But look on the bright side, I now know how the cure is supposed to work.
What is this cure? What?
No.
No. What?
To get people-
No. Is
What
that?
do you mean no?
Is that why you went to the society this morning?
We needed a quick fix. Yes.
At this point, Reza just goes and sits down by the fire and just grabs a glass that is sitting on the table and drinks from it. She doesn't care what's in it.
And Lamorna gave you a cure that killed the man.
So I was taking notes during the entire time that he exploded. Like I was watching. And I made a mistake with giving him the cure cuz I didn't know in the beginning how it was going to react, if he was on it enough or not on it enough. But I know now, just to be safe, that we need to feed them more of the drug and then give them the antidote, and then they will be fine. But I've already sent Falco out to get me another test subject. That is not Timothy because, well, he can't. We can't do that again. It wouldn't work.
That doesn't sound very much like the chirurgeon.
Just dilute
Her
it.
cures generally are more to the point. You take this elixir and you go to sleep and you wake up fine the next morning. There's no guesswork involved.
Well, I may have asked her to lace it with some positive thought.
Have you met the chirurgeon before? Positivity isn't really her thing.
But I asked. And you know, why not? Like, Reza is not like it's not a quick process, right? So I need to figure out how to do this at a global scale to change the world, to be in a better mindset. And she's just making it difficult because she's not like following the steps of the program. I have to keep like starting over. So I thought, you know, why not? What would it hurt if people just had some positive thoughts after they got off of the drug? Because maybe they were having negative thoughts, and that's the reason why they got on the drug, because they were trying to, you know, escape their reality.
Lamia, do you know who Lamorna is?
The chirurgeon.
The botanist?
Oh no.
I really wish I could get drunk.
Vanya is gonna whip out her what's it called? Robe of tongues.
You want to taste
Okay.
everybody?
Okay.
And hands it to Reza and says, maybe you can get drunk by wearing this, because then you can taste the liquor.
No.
Am I missing something? Because you guys all seem to know something and look a little concerned.
You went to the botanist for a cure.
Yeah, because she does herbs and she's created things for me before. Why would I not go?
She would feed someone something that would turn them into a volcano just to see what happens. You have to temper her with the others.
Vanya, roll me a quick insight check. Can you remember what you made Cypher's bag with?
Oh, okay. But I was very, very clear on my expectations. But yeah, I get it now.
Did
Yes,
you
the-
ask? I'm sorry, Garrett.
No, go on.
Did you ask her how it was supposed to work?
Well, she kind of just said
That
she
was
didn't.
no. Okay.
Well, no, she told me, she said she didn't know what the side effects were, that I just needed to come back and report back to her, and I took notes the entire time. There's a little
Mm-hmm.
blood and skin on my notebook, but
Okay, using very small words, tell me what happened to Timothy.
where to start? Well, first off, his conditions, I'm telling you, like the guys that were in charge of making sure he was comfortable, he didn't even have a bed in there. Like, they just threw him in a
What
room.
happened when you gave him the cure? And Garrett holds up his two fingers on each hand. Cure.
So he took it willingly, and when he drank it, you know, he ingested it orally through his mouth.
Was
and
he awake when he ingested it orally through his mouth?
well, yeah, because he took it willingly. Why would he be asleep if he knew and he was taking it? Are you thinking like he was under the influence of somebody saying to take it? Because I did not. This was all him.
What? Why? How was Falco involved? Why did you need him?
He came with me to the room because I asked him to, because initially I thought I was going to have to hold him down to feed him the thing. But Falco had a really good idea about just saying, hey, are you thirsty? Do you want to take this? So I was like, okay, well, that's a much better idea than what I had. I was going to have him hold him down. So, do you have any more questions about the whole Falco?
Yes, what
He also
happened
helped clean
to the man?
it up. And he's going to get someone else. So what happened is he ingested it through the mouth willingly. And he started to swell.
Like an
Rapidly.
allergic reaction, like hives?
Kind of like something was eating away really quickly, and like his body was trying to reject it. Like he didn't have enough of the drug inside of him. And then he just kept... It was kind of like a growing... I thought about letting some of the air out, but I wasn't quite sure what would happen with that. And then, but I was also taking notes, and then I was also trying to talk to Falco about like what we should do. And then all of a sudden, it's like it just kept going and going and going and going, and he ruptured.
You popped Timothy?
He didn't float. He was still on the ground.
You popped him? Rosa is bent over herself, laughing hysterically in her chair.
I didn't jab him with anything, so I didn't pop him. He exploded. I was going to jab him to release some air, but then I thought, I don't know what I thought. I vigorously took notes, though, to report back and then to see how we could change the test. There's still parts of him up there if you would like to go kind of see.
Okay. Cypher leaves to go have a look at Timothy's
Oh no.
Come on, guys, and I'll kind of show you like the rupture pattern so you can get kind of an idea of what happened. And Vanya starts heading up there behind Cypher. It's really interesting.
Hang on. I need to prepare myself for this and have a breather. Fucking hell. Jesus. So, as the group begin to make their way up the stairwell to the bunkhouse, up the first flight stairs, second, eventually onto the third floor, you head down towards one of the far storerooms, and as Vanya pushes the door open, you all begin to poke your head around the door frame to peek inside. Falco's not done the greatest job of cleaning at the moment. It just looks like an abattoir. Blood's been smeared across the floor by a mop. There's splats on the wall, and the form of what you assume to be of Timothy is laid just off to one side of the room with a linen sheet covering him.
Clive has a look under the sheet.
Cypher, what do you see?
I don't know, because he exploded. Is like at least the top half, like his ribs and above, intact?
So basically, it would have been the soft tissue of his lower abdomen, his stomach area, that just blew outwards. There's not much left holding the top and bottom of this poor chap together, apart from, as you stated earlier, his spinal column.
Perfect. Cypher cast Speak with Dead.
Oh, shit! Oh, I forgot you had that.
Love it.
Oh. All right. Hang on. So, this is the first time you've used it, I believe. What happens? How's it look?
Cypher just kind of bends down and starts whispering in its ear, and then it kind of you hear a and a mouthful of blood and bile and gets spat out, and its eyes start to flicker. It tries to sit up, but
it can't.
And it kind of flails, and then just lies there.
Do we see all of that, or is that only for
Absolutely?
you to see?
No, you would all see this. At that, Timothy's eyes shoot wide open, and he lifts his head. Not so much staring at anyone in particular, but his head just turns momentarily, glances around the room. Cypher.
What's the last thing you remember, Timothy?
Pain, stomach cramps and bloating, and then boom. Oh, I've drank something. Yeah.
Okay. You know you're dead, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. While I've got you here, what can you tell me about your drug trade?
I sell drugs for the posse.
Mm-hmm. Do you know of any big stashes?
He pauses for a moment and maybe where I take deliveries, docks, fourth warehouse.
I got one more question.
You have indeed.
All right. Before I let you go, one last question. Would you like to stay with us, or do you want to go back where you were?
I want to stay. There's nothing but black wandering. Oh, let me stay, please.
Okay, so Cypher's going to try and capture his soul since it's briefly in his body, but it's kind of weakly attached. So he's going to try and capture it and keep it in a jar.
Roll me an Arcana check. I saw the 2. Absolutely. What? There is no resistance from Timothy as. Well, what do you do?
As he lies back down, I'm still whispering in his ear as he goes back to sleep, and you just see from his mouth like a little bluey green will-o-wisp come out of his mouth and kind of floats to Cypher's hand, and he just kind of pours it into a bottle, put the stopper in. Yoink!
Can't believe you've. Not only did you murder him, you stole his soul. You monsters.
Hey, I asked him, did he want to go back, and he didn't want to.
I mean,
Exactly, right? Like, and he willingly drank the drink, right?
Oh, we should have asked him that.
Too late now.
Cypher
If we
can
should-
probably ask
But he
his soul
did.
later.
Yeah, I'll ask him later.
Let it give him time to adjust to his new home.
You can ask Falco.
So, with that, the body then eventually just drops to the ground, limp as before. Oh, I say body. The top half of the body drops to the ground, limply. Apart from the smeared pool of crimson liquid across the ground, the room now falls back into silence.
Well, that was absolutely fucking disgusting.
I am usually a fan of blood, but not like this.
Well, Falco's not done yet cleaning because in the middle of it, he was taking a break when he was down there, and
Well,
I don't know how long this will
honestly,
last, so he needed to give him
Vanya,
a new
since
guy.
you are so good at cleaning and have such high standards, I really think you should finish the job in here. That's the only way it's going to get done properly.
I will ensure that it gets cleaned.
By
Marvelous,
yourself.
because I need Falco for something.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sure, I will. I'm sure I will get this cleaned. I ensure it that it will get cleaned. But you guys aren't like, you're not mad at me. I know how it needs to work now.
Look, Vanya, I'm
I'm
not mad
gonna-
at you. Lord knows I've made my own mistakes, but I'm not the person you need to worry about.
Falco.
Garrett, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go make sure things are ready for Twain when she gets here.
Maybe a little bit more advice is needed before we go trying this again.
Are you saying I should go back and report my findings to see if we might need to tweak it, or are you saying I need to get advice from the group before I try it again? Or do we all want to be in the room at the same time when it happens again?
Well, I think the person we should speak to is probably the Trojan,
Okay.
as this is a medical procedure, not a scientific test.
You're right. I didn't consult her. So I should go to her this time. Should I take the I'll take this. Yeah. But should I report back to the botanist on this as well? Because she said to report back with the findings.
Did you give her your word?
I think I did.
Well, then you must follow through.
Okay, so I'll report back to her, and then, yeah, okay. Can I go by myself? Or do I need to ask someone to go with me now?
Can we trust you to go by yourself?
I mean, I think so. I mean, everything that I'm doing is for the objective. I mean, I'm
You're
not
not going to
trying
do any
hard.
more clandestine experiments and ruin another room in my inn?
But I think technically it's all experiments because we don't know what's gonna work, right?
Going off half-cocked, managed to paint the walls, ceiling, floor, knickknacks red in here. So maybe we start smaller. Maybe feed a rat
Oh,
the drug
okay.
and then
Okay.
the cure. Because an exploding rat makes a lot less mess than an exploding person.
You know, that's a really good idea. But that person that Falco's going to go get, we can hold them down in the basement for a little while until I'm done experimenting on rats, right?
Or anyone that goes into the basement won't be leaving it.
Cypher just holds up another empty bottle and kind of wiggles it.
Oh, okay. Well, he can stay in here when I'm experimenting on the rats.
Better clean the room up before you put a person in there, else they will get the wrong idea.
And maybe could we get like a cot for them so it's like a little bit more comfortable and like maybe some, you know, some amenities, a blanket.
Probably.
I'm sure
Are all-
you'll work it out.
Are all the other rooms taken, are they?
No.
That's not
Not even close. Like, why are we using the cupboard?
Cypher, that's a good idea. We could just like board this room up and nobody can use it. Well, I could just use it for the rats.
Or for
And
storage, since it's a storeroom.
where should I be? Should I be experimenting on the rats in the basement or
Yeah, sure, why not?
okay? But we'll keep the guy that we later want to experiment on after we see that a rat survives in one of the rooms with a bed.
Or you could just give it to them in a piker. If they blow up there, nobody care. Right? Place a shithole.
Yeah? But I sent Falco out. He's gonna come back with somebody.
Oh. Don't want to waste his efforts then.
Yeah, he'd be kind of mad because he didn't get a lot of sleep and he's already a little overwhelmed and I don't want him to think like his efforts were for none. You know,
Quick-
like he put all this work in and then we scrapped the idea. It was like, let him go, you know?
Question for the DM: if Reza's
Yes.
going back to Into the Folly, would Falco still be there and getting ready to go, or would he already
At this
be
point,
gone?
no. He would have. Probably by
Okay.
this point, he would have already left. He'd have
Okay.
taken his apron off, tossed the blooded mop and bucket into the alley at the side of the building. It wouldn't be too far off, but he would have, he would have probably made his, started making his way towards Piker.
All right. She's not gonna look for him. If he was there, she would have said, "Don't fucking listen." Vaughn.
no, he's already he's
Okay.
already off skis.
By the way, I feel like we might need after this whole incident and he's kind of Falco has expressed that he's like a little overworked and a little stressed. Should we
Okay.
do something nice for him? Should we let him have some days off? I don't know how all this works, but I feel as though he may be losing his mind.
Yes, I'm going to move around some responsibilities. I feel Falco is more used to us in a more administrational capacity. An underboss, as it were. I want him to run the... How shall I describe them? The casual workforce. And I'm thinking I may put the security arrangements in Finn or Errol's hands. I haven't decided which one yet. And that's a big job off Falco's hand.
You know, like, definitely make it sound positive, like he's getting a promotion, because, you know, he may think that he's doing a terrible job if you're parsing his work out, right? You say, man, you're doing such a good job. You're now
I'm
over
sure the
this.
title underboss would show him that it's a promotion rather than a demotion.
I don't know about that title. Like, you're under the boss.
Well, he is. He's under me.
The boss.
Like, you have your foot on him under the boss. How about right-hand man to the boss? Because then he's standing beside you.
Yeah, but underboss is a cool word. All one word, underboss.
I'm just workshopping it here. I'm gonna, you know, I think I've done enough. I'm gonna go do what you all suggested. So I'm gonna head out now and get that done.
So, with Vanya slinking out of the room, I think Callie's got the right idea. Call a very quick refill of clock there. I think it's needed. And then I'm going to quiz Desmond on his thoughts on this.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, we will be right back. We'll just have a quick refill. Because that run went down like water during that scene. Good times. Thanks. Oh, dear me. I'm back. I said I wasn't going to drink this because it's a bit ropey, but I think I need it. Fucking hell, if I can get in the damn thing. It's been ages since I opened it. Come on. This is why you don't drink alcohol that's made out of tree resin. There we go. You're not wrong, Rayvon. It certainly was something. Just wait for everyone to return.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Look.
Cheers. Welcome back. I think we're just waiting for Reza.
I had to go get some water. I've already had 2 drinks in an hour. Like, I need to pace myself on my birthday or somebody's going to explode again.
Yeah. Some sinks are going to
Poor
get
sinks.
destroyed.
Oh, yeah, we don't need that to happen.
So I broke
You got to
out.
christen the new house.
I mean, that's true.
I haven't yet. Tonight
Well-
would be the night.
Jump for you. I've broken out my Greek spirit, the Mastica. So this is for you.
That
Cheers.
looks really, really pretty with that little
It
top
is.
cork right there. Is that what I saw you taking a shot of just then?
Yep. It's very, very sweet. It's not a drink you can. It's not like rum where you can just drink it straight. It's nice but odd.
It's sippable. No
It
nutty
is.
notes.
No, it's very, very sweet. It's syrupy. It's made from tree resin. From
From the old birch.
no. So this is Kleos Mastica Spirit with its floral bouquet aromas of eucalyptus, tasting notes of cucumber, mint, and sweet tea, and undeniable freshness.
Oh, that sounds healthy.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not. But it is it's nice, but very, very sweet. So yeah, cheers. Right, do you know what? Fuck it.
There you go. Go ahead and grab yourself another one. It's my birthday.
That's right. Get him drunk enough to give us another level.
Bollocks! I have got it penciled in. 23rd of April, next level. All right. Got a sip of water for that. This is very sweet. So, with that then, Desmond.
Ah, yes.
What have you been doing through all of this chaos?
Oh, Desmond spends a lot of time in the Undercroft, and having wandered up, he would hear the tail end of things. And he's pondering if, granted, he doesn't know a lot about magicians, but he's pondering, like, because we were checking out the Hood Associates, he's like drawing a correlation between magicians and people experimenting on people and they're never seen again. Yeah. Just because, who knows what's going on there. But, yeah, no, Desmond will have wandered up from the basement and heard a little bit of what goes on, but doesn't go jump in because he doesn't know what's happening. But what's on his mind is the stuff going on further south, along like obviously that there's Piker going on, but there's a situation with the that we're dealing with actively. Then we have the other situation that is kind of fomenting and doesn't directly concern us necessarily, but it's good to keep tabs on things going around them. So Desmond will come upstairs and
I would imagine by this point, did you follow them into the bunkhouse or did you remain?
he will follow them into the bunkhouse and come in at the tail end of the conversation just to observe and see the scene that is before them and just, well, this is not expected, but also not entirely surprising. And
So, Cypher hands him the jar with the soul in. Right. Got a present for you.
oh, what's this?
It's a nightlight.
Oh. I know just where to put this. And should we tell them about the people down south in the mom's town who are experimenting on people who might be magicians?
I mean, yeah, I was gonna talk to Garrett, but then Falco came in covered in blood with a bloody mob, and just our curiosity got the best of us. But if you want to go ahead and start,
Oh, yes. So,
Where's this conversation happening? Sorry.
just as we're heading from the bunkhouse
Back.
to
Okay.
the
yes, so Desmond's just kind of saying this to people who are around that Cypher and I went to Mom's town, met some people there who look over things, and they're paid by mysterious hooded people who they call the Hooded Associates. And they take the infirm and they are never seen again and pay out a little bit of coin to the families or whoever serves them up, it seems. And coincidentally, I thought that maybe Vanya might be able to get some kind of information from them, and this is just a remarkable coincidence.
Oh, Desmond, are they mages?
apparently it's that group that oh, hold on, what was his name again? Fuck, what was his name? What was the mage's name? Associates, contacts.
Like, I want to say his name was like Al-Sam. Or something.
Salim.
Salim.
Yeah.
Salim told us about apparently they trade in like monster guards and fake creatures and stuff.
Black
But he
Mark
said they
Tuesday.
were weird. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're probably taking sick people, experimenting on them, and or killing them. So
Probably.
Is that, Desmond, how you're making the link right now? Because this was clearly an accident. But we
Clearly.
might have some things in common.
well, there's accidental, then there's unintentional. Accidental is, oh, how could this happen? Unintentional is like putting someone who's a bit too fond of fire in a room with a barrel of oil and then acting surprised when everything burns down.
Oh, so like when you put somebody in a room that is detoxing that would clearly be thirsty and offering them something to drink.
Well, it's almost like I'm not saying it was intentional, because if you had handed someone what you knew was poison, that would be intentional. But this
Yeah,
is
it's
an unforeseen outcome.
Yeah.
What was intentional?
No, it was unintentional, Reza.
Oh, sorry. I just come out of the basement with all my stuff, cleaning it out. Don't jump all over me.
I'm a little shaken.
Imagine how Timothy feels.
Let's
It
ask
doesn't.
Shake
It doesn't
a bottle.
anymore. Word.
And Desmond takes the bottle and gives it a little bit of a shake. but like confused why he's telling him to do that. Just
Oh
The
yeah,
fluore-
Desmond doesn't know that it's Timothy in the bottle.
The fluorescent orb in the bottle just is rattled around momentarily. It drops to the bottom for a moment before starting to float to return to its central position.
It's Timothy.
what you named the firefly.
It's not a firefly.
So Desmond's starting to kind of piece it together and just
Cypher pulls out one of the crystallized orbs that he's got. Kind of sticks it next to it for comparison.
Oh, that's the first time I've seen that anywhere other than
Hmm.
the coroner.
It's the first time I did it. I didn't even know I could do it, but I did. I kind of
Oh.
cheated though, because I brought it. Don't worry about it. That's technical stuff.
Well, no matter. The thing is that the reason this might be relevant is I'm trying to remember the guy's name. The man that we spoke to down there said that these
Jonah?
hooded associates, yes, yeah. He said that these hooded associates keep whatever is going on in the Piker district, the drugs, from coming to Momstown and spreading else out to where they are.
Yeah, they don't like that stuff either. So they might be worth talking to, Garrett.
Yes, yes. The spread of filth is got to be stopped.
That, and they've got that whole area like locked down tight.
They have something of a compound.
Hmm.
And well, people who are adept with any magic at any level in a compound, and what we know about them, they might be a resource or a potential problem in the future.
I'd like to know more about this group.
I
Hmm.
could go feel them out, you know. Desmond, do you think it would be safe?
I don't think many things are safe. But they weren't thugs in the street. They seemed to be more interested in doing their trade and research. They might be worth talking to.
I mean, I do research too. We've got things in common, right?
Well, we kind of know what happened to Timothy, so it's not really the same as never being seen again.
Yeah, and then I have my research that I've done on Reza
too.
I mean, they may be interested in that, right?
No,
But I won't use your name.
no, you're not going to talk about me in any way, shape, or form to anyone.
Nah, you're probably right. It's a failed experiment, anyways.
Did you two have a fight or something? What's going on here?
She thinks I smell, and I don't. I bathe every day, and I keep my clothes fresh and clean, so I don't know what's wrong with her then. She insists upon the fact that I smell, and I don't.
And I refuse to cooperate until she doesn't smell.
I don't smell.
Is this
Maybe.
some
And then-
courting ritual that I don't understand?
It's all in her head, and I don't understand why she is so fixated upon me. She might explode me next.
Vanya's
point-
gonna put both hands up to her mouth, looking at Desmond, Garrett, and Cypher away from Reza, and says, "The new program. I tried to get her to kind of conform by me, not so just go with it."
And
If she kills you, can I have your body?
Go on, Desmond.
Desmond's just kind of sniffing the air, like doesn't. I don't. Maybe it's a her thing.
I really think she's got like she's touched in the head or something because I don't smell.
Maybe it's a psychosomatic thing, you know?
That's a really great word.
I read it in a book.
It's Reza has it because she can't smell her own stench.
I'm just gonna bite you
It's
so
hard to
bad
deny.
at some point, Banya. Oh, I'm ready for it.
And Vanya, it's literally just you.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Well, maybe then it is just you.
Listen, I've got a program for this. We'll work through it. You just need to accept my help. I will not stop until you accept my help.
Okay, let's focus on the things that are actually important, like what we're doing next. And the fact that Garrett, have you told everyone that Gwen's going to be living with us while she works on the basement? The Undercroft.
No, but I don't need to now. So that's happening.
You're welcome.
Was that a secret?
I mean, the Undercroft's a secret, and Dwen is trusted, so
Just don't be fucking weird while she's here.
and
What's
try not
that?
to explode her.
Yeah.
Is she on drugs?
I mean, she's an orc. She could be on anything. They're orcs.
Anne's got a
Me?
point.
Vanya pulls out her notebook and makes a note.
That cast Dwen in a whole new light.
I like her.
I
Also-
need her.
Also, if you have anything downstairs in the Undercroft that you don't want to be in the way or particularly seen, you might want to move it before she starts working.
You should probably hide that, Des.
Oh, what's Desmond got down there?
She will be mainly working in the bar and fighting pit area.
Safe.
Well, that place is getting shaped up. Maybe we'll have use of it soon.
Does that mean we're gonna need participants soon?
How's Krigar doing?
Oh yeah.
Still alive.
Oh, that's the important part.
Until I don't need him alive anymore.
Oh, can I experiment on him with this? Get him hooked on the drugs and feed him?
No, he's
In
the
case
first
if the wind-
contestant in the fighting pit.
But you said in the event that you don't need him anymore.
He'll be dead.
It's a good point. I don't think this will work on the dead.
Reza looks smug when she says that.
I just got that. Oh, I'm slow on the uptake today.
So,
Okay.
go on. Go on, Cypher.
I
You were
was
about to
just
say,
gonna say-
you're about to do the same as I was about to say.
Yeah. So what's the plan going forward? Do you want to finish off working the piker and then move to Momstown?
Piker is more urgent.
Hmm.
We need to stop the spread of that substance. Start the
couldn't agree more.
rebuilding works and squash the infighting over there.
Can I kill that small me elf? Please.
I mean, he's going to have to go.
Reza grins.
Whether it's done quietly or we make a public example, I haven't decided yet, but we can't have him walking around Piker because
He's a dick. I mean,
yes, and he's the spokesman of the drug trade.
What if you keep him alive, but just remove his tongue and his eyes and his ears
And his fingers.
and his feet, but not his thumbs, so he could just. If anybody asks, he's okay.
For fuck's sake. Why do you hate all my cool NPCs?
He's not cool. He's a prick.
I mean, his death was decided within his first sentence. He started talking, I was like, "You're dead."
Well, I just have to find another one.
It's fine. I'm going to dream up a lovely death for him.
All right. So, in regards to the piker, then, how? Well, again, what's the plan with it? It's there's a multitude of options available to you. You've got the two gangs who you've made contact with the Verdant Posse, but you've not made contact with the Iron Fists yet. Sorry, with the Iron Hands.
That's who we need to speak to.
Yeah, let's see if they can be as amicable as the other guys. If not, she'll find out where that fucking metal fist of hers can get shoved.
Well,
So, what's going on? Go on, Desmond.
I was going to say, I don't think that it'll be very hard to find them, honestly. They will be somewhere away from the Rock Fist Raiders, and they'll probably be in hiding because, let's face it, if Rock Fist could figure out where they were, he would probably have mounted a full frontal assault by now.
So, do we need to just bring them to heal? And then... Rick can manage the details for us? Like, what's our intent with the iron whatevers?
Well, we
want
need
the
the
trade-
manpower. Yeah.
I want the
Right.
tradesmen doing tradesman tasks and not
Right.
fighting wardens
That's right. Okay.
and dying.
Sorry. It's been a bit of a distracting morning. Sorry. Yeah.
Hasn't
got
it
it.
just?
Yeah.
And whether the Iron Fist lady can get on with the program or not, we may need a change of leadership in that group. But we may be surprised because I expected Mr. Rockfist. I expected that to be a fight to the death, and we made friends quite quickly there.
Yeah, he was alright. I kind of liked him. That and Desmond got a cool axe.
I did. That'll come in handy.
Mm. Okay, so tomorrow, back to the Piker. See if we can find Iron Fist, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What are we doing with the body?
Which one?
What's left of Timothy?
Oh yeah.
Who's the other body?
Well, as part of the tidying up process, I'm sure they'll be able to dispose of a body.
Oh yeah, Vanya. Don't you have somewhere to be?
You're right. I gotta go find somebody to catch rats for me. All right. Well, I'll report back to you guys in the morning.
What? No.
And she walks off.
Chirurgeon, Vanya. Chirurgeon.
Oh, yes, yes. And then she walks out the door to go to the chirurgeon.
All right. You're off to see the chirurgeon. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to Dwen's to borrow some tools.
All right.
Reza is like all the stuff she had stashed in the basement. She's just brought it up and she's putting it in her room, so like her dresses that she bought and stuff don't get like dusty and stuff. And then she is going to. They still have a business to run here, so she's going to focus on getting the Folly ready to open for the day and things like that.
Cypher's gonna sit and see if he can convince Desmond if he wants to go help kill a elf with him as a present for Garrett.
In that case, if you're going there, let's head to that first before we go. Falco.
Yeah, so everybody scatters and Cypher, because Desmond will probably just go to the Undercroft, right?
Probably. Desmond's going to go and basically just pack up the plate mail, like disassemble it, put all the pieces together, make it as small of a package as possible for transport later.
Oh yeah, because Reza told us there's a blacksmithing thingy.
Yep. Yeah, well, Desmond's also broke as hell, so he's going to have to wait a bit.
Kartov, aye.
That's one. So Cypher will be like, so see, I told you, Garrett doesn't like the elf. He wants it dead. Maybe we should just do it.
Well, I'm not opposed to the idea. However, I feel like that's one of those things that Garrett would probably like to be there and be responsible for it. Like, it's not just, that person bothers me. I feel like he, like, strongly dislikes him to the point he would like to be, like, have a hand in it. I think it might be an elf thing. Like, because Garrett's an elf and this is an elf he doesn't like. Like, maybe it's something, that he just wouldn't get.
Why don't we ask him when he gets back? He's only going to do it. He'll not be long, right? He's just getting some tools. We ask him. We go, can we kill the elf? And see if he says yes.
Oh yeah, that works. But then we just have to think about how.
What if we put his head in a vice and squeezed it?
Well, that's not the how I'm talking about. He has his band of drug-addled minions, and might have magical devices. So it's just a matter of like exactly how do you do that? Just the two of us typically.
I
When we
mean,
do it to fight, there's more than just the two of us there.
True, but we're more than capable, right? I mean, we look disarming, right?
True. However, it's just if it were just either of us and him, yes, absolutely. I just don't know what else they have down there. For all I know, they have it rigged to collapse.
I think you're overthinking it.
It could be. Don't get me wrong. If you're saying that you want to go and do that after Garrett says, then I'll go with you.
Nice. And we'll wait till Garrett gets back.
Yep. Desmond's just gonna pack up the armor
Okay.
and bundle up in a cloth so it doesn't rattle around too much.
With that, then, we head over to the northern side of Market Row. To the chambers of the society. Having traipsed through Market Row and eventually into the alleys behind, Vanya, you find yourself at the large, magically sealed door to the society, which, as per the norm, as expected, opens as you approach. Step through, be greeted by the long chamber, or not so much chamber, but the long corridor that leads to the central chamber, and eventually you make your way down before you get to the area where the large stone table is situated. A multitude of doors arrayed around the chamber that leads towards the coroner, the nurse, and the botanist's personal quarters. What are you doing?
Well, before she goes to the nurse, she's going to go to the botanist because there may be some additional insight to the findings after expressing those findings to her that she might need to share with the nurse. So she's going to go to the botanist first.
All right. With a quick rap on the door slides open as several vines pull it apart. You're met with the typical flowery aroma of the botanist's chamber as she glances over her shoulder and, with a beaming smile and a raised hand, greets you. It has not even been a day, and you return.
I'm pretty quick on the testing and the research. You want me to come back and report to you on the findings of this.
The vines from her back reach out and bring her closer to you quite rapidly as she gets, again, ignoring personal space within about 4 to 6 inches of you. You already? Yes. Yes, please tell me. How did it perform?
Well, I don't know how you expected it to perform, but and she pulls out her notebook and she licks her finger and then
You just did that, didn't you?
turns a page. Yeah, I did. She reads it real quick and she says, "You want the long version, or do you just want to know the side effect?"
Your journal. Many notes taken. That will suffice. So the short I can read at my leisure. There is something that I am testing. So I cannot be too long.
I can't give you this entire book, but I can rip the pages out of this experiment. I have another one going on. It's a long-term one. And I need to continue documenting it. So
With the vampire, yes?
Yes, yeah. She's a difficult one, but we'll get there.
So, results of the concoction?
He exploded.
Rapid indeed. Devoured the necessary targeted components in his blood, and there was nothing left for it to consume, and therefore it tried to break free.
Wait, that's exactly what I have in my notes. And then I said maybe I need to feed them more of the drug before giving them this.
Yes.
So that they have more to feed on. Yeah.
Yes. A worthy and that would be I would be interested in hearing the results of that. If
Well,
there is more for it to consume, then perhaps there would not be the spontaneous rupturing of internals.
What are your thoughts on if they start expanding, on how to mitigate that?
The botanist arches a brow questioningly. I am not sure their mitigation. No, once it's in the system, it will consume. Why you wish to give them less, water down, but then the results would not be as interesting.
Well, I mean, to help them so that they don't explode, like, do we kind of put a little hole in them so that air kind of goes to help kind of relieve some of that? Or is there something that we can give them to...
I can... Yes, I will concoct an additional brew to counteract. Ah, yes.
But will it
Yes.
cancel it?
No, only the. I understand why the bloating occurs. This compound is devoured by the medicinal properties, and therefore we just need something that would then do the same for the excess materials that are dumped into the digestive tract and the stomach.
Oh, I had a conversation with Garrett before I came over here, and he suggested I should ask, what are the side effects of that?
The nurse has already turned her back to you as she's making her way over towards a multitude of wooden shelves. Now, they're not carved wooden shelves. You know, these shelves have been made out of vines and trees and plants. But as she's picking various items off them, she looks over her shoulder towards you. I'm sorry. What?
Like, what if they ingest this after taking the first antidote? What could happen?
That is part of the joy of this endeavor. Yeah? We do not know. Which is why we must test. Experiment.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So how many, when you see the expansion happen, do you immediately give it to them, or do you have to wait till they're at almost full expansion? What,
Oh, if they are already starting to bloat, then it is far too late.
So do I just mix this in with the antidote? Because if they're starting to bloat, then it's a moot point, right?
The botanist's grin is unnaturally wide at this point. She seems to be having the time of her life. Quandary. Maybe try one with the concoction, one with both, and then a third with a delay of 30 seconds.
Okay. She writes in her notebook. She says, how does this impact animals?
I didn't even think.
Like rats?
Though rats, vermin. As long as it remains... No good. It will not work.
Why?
Because nothing I create I wish to harm the natural world, those who only wish to survive and feast. No, this is tailored for those more sentient.
So they have to have a desire. Okay. I feel like I need to consult with Garrett.
If I concocted something and you released it into the water, then just a small dose could corrupt or injure, harm, mutate those who are none the wiser. I have committed many crimes, but that one I cannot do.
So don't modify what you have right now or dilute. Is that what you're saying?
I would
And
rather you not dilute, as the effects would not be as interesting.
well, okay. I feel as though it's not quite ready for mass production yet. That we're gonna need to test and okay. I'll have to consult with Garrett because things just things got messy the last time, and I don't know. but I can report back based on what Garrett says, because
Remain here a few hours and I will have something to remove the bloating, as you put it.
all right, well, that sounds great. So I'm gonna step out while you're working on that. Really, really appreciate that. Because I can only have so many people clean up the mess before they start wanting to leave. So I'm gonna go visit some others, and then I'll report back.
The botanist at this point doesn't even register you departing. She's already picking leaves, flowers, and various seeds and other miscellaneous goods from the shelves and starting to drop them into the central vat in her room.
So Vanya is just gonna exit and then head to the nurses' chambers.
All right. You make your way through the central chamber over to the opposite side of the room before stepping into the chambers of the nurse, your hag mentor. As you glance inside and look around, it's rather quiet. No sounds of bubbling cauldrons, nor any sign of magic being used. It's silent, apart from the dull hum of the multitude of crystals that hang from the ceiling to provide a little bit of illumination.
So there's no one in there at all? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Hold on 1 second. I'm checking our
Does someone get a
group
DM?
here. No. I'm checking my my contacts and all of that.
Okay. Now, while you're doing that, we'll come back to you in a moment. Garrett, what's your plan with regards to the wooden spike?
I am putting together a few very simple dagger holsters.
All right.
Because every time Cypher opens his jacket, 8 daggers falls on the floor. And I don't want to be sewing his fingers back on him.
All right. What sort of materials are you using? What's how's this all looking?
I'm starting by splitting 2 pieces of wood, hollowing out a dagger-shaped inside, and then pinning them together and putting a wee bit of leather in the top to stop them rattling around.
So they basically like squared off, or, well, imagine smoothed at least, like
Yep,
wooden
yep.
wooden holsters. All right, yeah, I'm on board.
Like a sort of katana sheath, but small.
Yeah.
dagger style. With like a little metal clip that you can clip it onto his belt or his boot.
I would probably say this will take you the vast majority of the day, because it's quite a lot of work to do 8 of them. Is there anything else in particular that you wish to get done while you're here in Market Row, or during this whole process?
Not in Market Row, no. I'm sitting planning on putting a job for the job board.
Okay.
Basically putting a bounty on drug dealers in the Piker district.
Okay. Reza, anything you wish
Yes.
to bring forth in what you're doing on this little bit of downtime for the day? Don't have to.
No,
Just chill.
I think that like they open at noon, so Reza would just be like making sure everything's ready to go for that. Really, that's
Okay.
her focus. And
Cypher.
also,
Oh, sorry, go on.
I'm sorry, she's
No, no, no.
also keeping an eye out for when Falco or Vanya return.
Falco would certainly return before Vanya does.
Okay.
So you know what? Fuck it. Since you're in the folly, Cypher, Desmond, would you be in the folly as well, or are you two down in the Undercroft still planning?
Well, it would only take like 10 to 15 minutes probably to pack up the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, Desmond would have headed up into the folly.
No. Yeah, we'll probably be mooching about.
All right. Your boy needs a new portrait. Talk amongst yourselves for 5 moments while I sort this.
Well, trying to think of get up to.
What's up?
On the elf situation. I'm trying to think of that. He did have some people with him. I don't think that the people who were actually in the room with him would be much of a hindrance.
Are you guys
Look at
upstairs
that.
now?
Yes.
What elf situation?
Oh, the elf, the drug peddler, the one that's the verdant veil.
Right,
The-
yes, him.
bird
Slimy
boss
face. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince Desmond to come kill him. You want to come kill him? We should go kill him.
Well, I do, but I think that's a group activity. Like, we started it together, we should end it together.
Oh, murder's a group activity? Okay. Okay.
I mean, like a team building activity, you know?
See, we were trying to think about the mechanics of it because he doesn't leave there, and he has his band of lackeys that he has on a leash, probably has them all doped up too. So it's not like he leaves for us to be able to just, like plain old murder, and we have to do the usual kind of murder where it's like a battle and
I mean, we
Then-
could totally disarm him, though. We can turn up and be like, hey, look, we dealt with Rurik. We've got his axe to show for it.
Well, honestly, I was thinking I would just flirt with him until I got close enough to rip his neck out.
I mean, that works.
That is actually a very good plan. Yep, but I do think we'd probably have to kill his people for good measure too. At least the most of them just set an example.
Well, true, and they were all armed.
Well, not really. Only the guys at the door were armed. There's only 2 of them, and the rest. I mean, unless they're hiding, some very.
They all had daggers. They all had daggers.
Everybody's got daggers.
Oh no, daggers.
I've got daggers. Look, and he opens his jacket.
And they all fall out.
Cypher.
Thought I had it that time.
All right.
It's
Clang
just a
pick
Garrett
Pick them
dag-
back up.
I just don't. I don't find daggers to be that intimidating unless they're Garrett's daggers, and those aren't daggers. More like really big knives.
Is that what a
How
dagger
does
is?
that- I mean,
No,
Is that
no,
not the
they're
definition?
They're not. All right, there's a dagger is like long and thin. It's like a big needle. His are like more than just that.
You described a poniard.
Well, poniard's just basically a variation of dagger, but it's that they're not just metal things that you can just swat aside. They are just a lot worse somehow. The only thing that I regret is that actually I'll have to bring the axe, because if they do something like bar a door, I think that axe would be great for doors or anything that needs to be broken down.
I
And then
agree.
you'd be like, break through a door and be like, here's Desmond.
Exactly.
Fuck's
Oh, I wonder even if like we needed to knock down a pillar or something, or bring a building down on someone, I wonder if it would do a good job for that too. Just chip away at whatever and give it a good push, topple something.
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work. You're sturdy enough, actually.
It is.
it is.
And it hurts. I can tell you that. It hurts a lot.
It's not, however, a subtle weapon.
No, it's not.
I don't know if you noticed, but I don't really do subtle with weaponry.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
And I feel like if I were chopping away at somebody's door or in reinforcements or whatever,
Head. Oh, reinforcements.
they
Yeah.
w-
Okay.
well, they're gonna hear that anyways. At least I would hope so. Or, actually, it occurs to me I can be very quiet when I want to.
Oh! Yeah, you can indeed. Yeah.
Can you imagine just hearing nothing and all of a sudden the building falls down around you?
I'd pay to see that.
I kind of just want to see it happen now.
There are possibilities.
So, with you lot talking about bringing the house down, anyone see Vanya?
She's gone off somewhere. Hey, Falco, did you find another addict for her?
No, this is not an addict. And he winks awkwardly towards you. This is our new business associate. What's your name again? The name's Alistair. It's good to meet you all. I was told there's coin involved here. You got a job.
How would you like a hot meal, Alistair?
I would love one. I would absolutely love one. What have you? What we got? Have you got any of that? I was also told that there's a little incentive for coming all the way this far from the Polka district, P district down south.
It does smell like pee.
It does.
As does he.
Yeah,
Did you
I do.
pee yourself?
I might have done. I'm going to need to use the restroom. And with that, we'll call a quick BRB. Thought I would slide that in there. Sorry, just not soon enough there, Avon. Not soon enough. All right, we'll call a quick break because I'm out of water, so I'm going to go and refill. So we'll be right back.
Oh, also, you're not calling a fucking junkie, Frank.
Paul! Oh, Paul! Oh!
Frank is a sacred name.
Also, if ever there was a portrait that looked like a smackhead, it's that one.
You're not wrong.
Could have been an extra in train spotting now, fella.
You're going to do a job, do it properly. Oh. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, yep, sold. Oh, that's not how it's gonna go. I can guarantee this is fucking explodey number 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. You know, I've laid out the what needs to be done, and I know it's not going to be done. Third one, yeah, this is how we were found off the street. There you go. Didn't bother asking for his name.
Clearing up the Piker District one explosion at a time. Maybe we could time it just right so they all go off like a firework display.
And then we set it on fire?
Like a chain reaction just down the streets of Piker.
A Mexican wave of death.
You've seen Kingsman, right?
Yeah.
Right at the end, where heads start exploding.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Bang, bang. Oh, excuse me. Who knows? Yeah, that may be a case of the watch turn up. It's like, all right, look, we've heard there's been a lot of people dying here. Yeah, it's a bloodbath. Back to the city proper.
They're all junkies. Do you really
Yeah.
care?
They're all dead. Nothing much for us to do here. Yeah, those who are higher up don't really care for this lot, so...
They don't care about lower streets. Pika's an absolute fucking shit.
Yeah.
No one's going to give two hoots about that place.
Yeah. I think those in Coinflow would probably care about Market Row.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, yeah, it's what happens outside the city walls stays outside the city walls. This is where Vanya's getting her 5th drink of the evening.
Mm.
Oh, welcome
tore
back.
up on my birthday.
Yeah? Oh, it's your birthday. You can drink if you want to.
Exactly. Trying
Alright.
to get my headphones in order. It's a good day.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
enjoying it.
Good. Do we have Reza and Desmond?
I've been back for a while now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Cannot speak for Desmond.
No, I don't think Desmond can speak for Desmond at the minute because Desmond's not there. Wait. Ah, dear. Well, that's not how I was expecting that initial conversation to go, I'll be honest. Just get another.
Fetch me another junkie.
Oh, it's all a little dark. I think I've got all my shit in order. I have. Alright, well, there's probably questions for... Oh, go on.
I was just going to say, now that you're getting everything in order, let's do the opposite.
Yeah. No, I should have enough in order. Regardless, we should be good. We should be good. So, with that, Falco just motions to his new friend. So, I, Alistair here, is our new... Oh, God. A new friend. Please tell me that this is not going to go the same way as, you know who.
This is not going to go the same way as you know who.
For some reason,
Probably.
Desmond, coming from you, that does not give me any sort of reassurance whatsoever.
Well, so let's get our new friend Alistair. Come on, let's get you up to have a seat
Oh.
at the bar.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm getting free meal. Yeah, should be.
Francis,
Reza, you lead Alistair off to the bar to get fed. Falco just watches and sighs deeply. It's is it gonna be alright with Vanya doing blowing people up?
that's not going to happen again. She's been sent back to the place where she got that concoction to learn what she did wrong. Also, Falco,
Aye.
please don't help her anymore.
I mean, it just seemed so innocent at first, you know, just give the man some medicine for his ails and didn't expect him to, you know.
Fair. Also, no one is to clean that room except for Vonya. It is her job.
Oh, thank fuck for that. All right. In that case, then, I am going to sit down, going to have a bite to eat along with our new friend here, and then I'm going to find him a new set of clothes.
Perfect. Now, I think we were talking about how to kill an elf, weren't we?
We were.
And so, how do you kill an elf?
You silently bring the house down around him. Bury him under it.
I still vote for ripping out his neck.
I mean,
So-
that's fair.
Just as a... from when you visited his place, if you remember, it's not just like a standalone house that he lives in.
Oh, it's like a terrace.
It's a terrace, yes. And he, you know, it's kind of a terrace with a bit of a basement to it that he was situated in. So yes, you can bring the whole terrace down if you so wish. I have no problem. I'm just, you know, reminding you all of the how it's, you know, the current situation.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just making banter with that to fill time.
Yes, and even so, I wouldn't put it past you all to do just that.
I mean, I might save that one for later.
All right, back to you guys.
So, if we kill him, other people might scream. So what if Desmond makes things quiet while it happens? And then everybody in the room could just die because, like they're not wearing armor anyway, or much of anything.
Smart, and we could ask Garrett if he could do the thing where we can all talk to him in our heads, because I don't. So we can still do that because it's quiet because we're not making noise, right? What do you think?
I've never tested it, but sound logic. Yeah.
Maybe we should. Oh. Was somebody gonna say something? I don't know.
No.
Congrats, you just broke the quietness ability.
Yeah. Yeah, well done us.
Well, oh, Falco.
Aye.
Nothing for you to do now, but Dwen is going to be living here for a bit
All right.
while she works on some projects. So just, you know, FYI.
There's a few spare rooms in the bunkhouse, or I believe there's still like 2 upstairs that aren't being used.
You'll probably put her upstairs, right?
All right. Well, once I've sorted Alistair out, not in the broom cabinet.
Thank you.
I don't even know why I did that myself. But anyway, once that's sorted, I'll get the room for Dwayne and leave her to whatever it is that you've got her hired to do. I guess it's to do with all of the stockpiled wood outside, so I'll be glad to see all that gone, because that's been drawing a bit of attention. A few of the local orphans and kids have been climbing all over it, inscribing fucking God knows what into some of the logs.
Yeah, we might have to get that moved soon then if that's happening.
Aye. I have not seen a phallus drawn that perfectly in quite a while.
Big and veiny.
Franco just shakes his head. Quite artistic some of these little bastards are around here. But aye, hopefully it'll all get done and whatever work needs to be done sorted, so I'll crack on, I guess.
If you need help with your paperwork, just let me know.
I think the paperwork side's all sorted. It's just mostly babysitting some of the old... he juts the thumb over in the direction of the bunkhouse. Some have got egos bigger than fucking... I don't know... a galleon vessel trying to get into port, and others have just not got the brain cells to rub together, so... they keep me busy. Go on, Garrett.
And it has not gone unappreciated.
Oh, fucking hell! Didn't see you come in. How we doing?
Not bad. And I put a bag on the table. So, Falco, you're very important to the running of the folly these days.
He nods in response, appreciatively.
I would like you to be more hands-on with the contractors, as it were.
All right.
I'm gonna leave the guarding up to one of the others. I was thinking either Errol or Finn, but if you've got any input on that.
Errol's a sturdy lad, but he's not exactly one for commanding. I would probably say Finn would be the better choice with him having military experience. He's a bit more... he's got a bit more about him when sorting out rotors, patrols, etc. I dare say he'd probably be the better choice for leading it.
Good. Finn it is then.
Oh shit!
Kind
right.
of thinking I'm going to need from an underboss such as yourself.
Oh, wait, what, me? Really?
You've been doing the job, and you've done it well.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to say, but Falco takes his mug from the counter and raises it. First in your direction, Garrett, and then to the rest of the party gathered. Yeah. I'm doing my best not to disappoint. Oh shit, that's... does it come with a bit of a pay rise by chance?
Yes, there will be more money for you.
Well, if that's the case, then I can't turn it down, can I? And I will give you my all in making sure that our shit runs like clockwork. Smooth and discreet.
Marvelous. You'll have more autonomy. Your word is final with these contractors, as I'm calling them. If they step out of line, you'll dismiss them. You don't need our permission for it.
All right. Well, contractors, that's a better word than I was using before. I was using scrote, but contractor sounds more professional.
Well, mercenaries sounded too much, and
Yeah, they're certainly not mercenaries.
yes. And those bums off the street doesn't really give the right feeling. So contractors, for the time being, I'm going to use.
Granted, a few that I've had to sort of chill my with so far have they've got that spark about them, you know, that something little extra. So, who knows? might be a few diamonds in the rough there.
Marvelous. I've got a new task that you can farm out to those who you can trust. And this is one for someone for the more trustworthy.
All right.
Anyone dealing in the Obsidian Vale, I'm putting a bounty out on them, but their stashes have to be returned here for destruction. Anyone stealing the stashes, well, I don't need to put that into words.
All right.
My displeasure will be dealt out.
All right. Crystal clear. Have you got any locations on? Are you just wanting like individuals, or have you got like locations that you're wanting this lot to store them and clear out, or is that
At the moment just the street vendors?
Okay?
I want the head chopping off, but I'm not sure these people are ready for that.
So,
But-
quick question before you carry on. With me being, like the old, the underboss, one of the bigwigs, the command givers. Does that mean I have, I could sort of get Valentina to do me a few solids as well, since technically she's under us.
Valentina's a special case. You can ask her, but she does report to others, and I'm aware of this, and I've accepted this as such.
All right. All right.
But she does work for us, and she will carry out tasks if asked.
All right. In that case, then I may just, rather than send her and her out to do stuff, I may just get a few of the. In fact, actually, that's perfect. I can just put a board up, just saying, look, go out, find the dealers, and wrangle them in. That'll be fine. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
That's marvelous. I mean, you put your people on it, but I don't want it making public knowledge, because I don't want every Tom, Dick, or arsehole coming here with a little wrap full of black powder trying to claim bounties.
All right, so just sizable stashes and people of note.
Indeed.
All right, consider it done.
I'll leave it with you.
I'm going to get rid of Alistair because he's just sat in the corner scoffing from a bowl of gruel at the minute.
He doesn't even know where he is.
He doesn't care where he is. doesn't care, he's the world's multicolored and floral, so
And
All right.
Cypher,
Mm.
this bag's for you.
What's it? What is it?
We'll open it and find out.
It's not going to age me, is it?
No.
phobia of
There's no
carrier
magic
bags.
involved in this.
Oh, sheaves with clips.
Yes. Belts, boots, and the one with a leather thong on will go around your neck, and you can have it in the small of your back.
Sure, point out the Dave's a fucking child. laughing at the thong.
Mhm.
I was just thinking of a completely different place that knife was going to go.
Child. That's why I had my eyes closed and I wasn't listening to you.
All right. Sorry. Carry on.
It won't do for every time you move your jacket to have daggers falling on the floor.
Okay. And Cypher's gonna slowly place knives about himself in the little sheaves, one in each boot, couple in his belt, one either side inside his jacket, and one on a leather thong.
That
Fucking
thong-
arsehole.
Oh,
This whole thing, if you have to put your hands on your head, you can reach down and get a knife out.
Smart.
Okay, so now that you're here, Garrett, we've been planning on how to kill our elven associate.
Right.
And everybody seems,
Oh, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
I just everybody seems to think it's a group effort, that everybody's going to be there.
I mean, he's a drug-addled hedonist. I mean, I'd have killed him myself, but I just can't be bothered. I was going to put a job up for the people that Falco deals with to deal with. But if a group effort it needs to be, we'll go as a group.
well, I thought you were going to say it needed to be a group effort, but if you don't think it needs to be a group effort, maybe it's a strike force. Strike force. Strike force.
That just became a thing.
Just I'm cackling. I think we broke Lee.
I've also put it about that his dealers, there's a bounty on them for our contractors.
Okay, I mean, once the head's cut off, they'll become desperate and make silly plays, make them easier to find, right?
I said, and when's the sale of the poison grinds to a halt, the supplies will either show themselves or disappear.
So we're okay to just kill this guy, yeah?
Yes. He's of no use to us going forward. I won't be able to trust him because he's made his living peddling filth. And playing gangs off against each other. He'll tell us what we want to hear. Then the moment we're back in the folly, he'll be returning to his old ways.
Okay, so we got the green light. We just have to pick a date. Or do we just pay him a late night visit tonight?
I don't know, that's kind of tempting.
Just while we're there, any information that we can either squeeze out of him or find in his hovel, we'll take. He seems a man that's interested in his own survival over morals.
So you want to squeeze information first?
Too good an opportunity to miss.
Reza,
Hmm.
how much blood do you think you could drink from a person without killing them?
Oh gosh, I've never tried that. Maybe we could do with an experiment.
I mean, yeah.
Would that drug be in his blood?
Oh.
I wonder if it would affect me.
Is that something you really want to find out?
Not really. Vanya will want to try and kill me. I don't want to go down that road.
Yeah, so last thing we need is Pop goes to Reza.
Desmond, you got any thoughts on this? Since you're in this conversation as well.
Well, he could go. No, yes, just. Don't get me wrong, he's going to have to go down, but I was wondering. Should we try to sort him before the Iron Hands?
I mean,
After all,
he's the easy one. We know where he is.
Could be another message for the Iron Hands, like your comeuppance is coming.
If at the very least it'll be an inn. We have Rockfist's axe. This guy's whatever he has.
Head.
Head. That works. So, we've ended the gang war. You're welcome. Take me to your leader.
We come in peace.
No, we don't.
Or at the very least with pieces.
Alright, so while you all have a moment to think on, if you are doing this tonight, I'm going to shoot us back to the society. So I'll give you all a moment to have a brief think on when go time is. Vanya.
So Vanya is still standing in the nurse's corridor, and is going to, since she doesn't see the nurse anywhere, is going to write a little message that says, "Hey, it's Vanya. Planning on using the dream crystal soon. Was wanting to check in. We'll come back later, but wanted to consult before using." And then, writes some XOs, and then heads out to go to the chirurgeon's area.
She doesn't have an area, at least not here. Her area is usually the Pious Pauper, the small surgery area in Market Row.
All right, so I'm headed there.
Head to Market Row. All right. You depart the society, making your way back towards Market Row. Meandering through the crowds, you eventually get outside of the Pious Pauper, the small shop front the Chirurgeon uses. Part of it sells odds and ends, small, almost relics, little idols, discarded religious knickknacks, which very rarely sell. The gods being dead as long as they have been, no one really cares nor sees them for what they are. Just as little oddities, perhaps as a paperweight or a decoration. You make your way past a few injured individuals. Some have got stab wounds from a bar fight. Others who are coughing and spluttering just from the illnesses that they contract. But eventually you poke your head into the back room. A relatively clean room. And it's here where the chirurgeon does most of the, or performs most of the surgeries or medical procedures. As you glance round, you see laid out on the central table is a man who's having a knife wound stitched up, and this somewhat frail looking woman in a long robe tending to him. Without even turning her head, you just hear a rather stern voice ring out. My, it is rare for you to visit me, Miss Valentine.
It's Vanya.
Vanya.
You can
What?
call me Vanya.
Then Vanya it is. Do me a favour, my dear. Pass me some of the small thread just off to the left there on that table.
Oh, over here. Do I need to wash up first, or just
No,
just
the inhabitants are as disease-riddled and pox-caught as the rest, so I'm sure that out of everyone, your hands here are probably some of the cleanest that this city has ever seen.
Oh, they are for sure. And she goes and she grabs it and hands it to her.
The chirurgeon, or at this point, Lamorna Trembath, nods thankfully, taking the thread from your hand as she winds it around a rather wicked looking needle, and with no tenderness nor any sort of real effort of care, she just begins to just carve the needle into the wound and begins to stitch it up quite rapidly. As she's finished, she places her hand over the wound and then turns her attention back to you. So, what brings you to my humble abode today?
I can see you're very busy. You always seem busy every time we come here. A lot of injured.
There is a lot of suffering in this place, far more than many others, sadly. It keeps me busy.
I would agree. Maybe if they had a different mindset, you know. Maybe. So I have a project / a dilemma / need some advice.
Okay,
In-
well, you
in
reek
multiple
of blood at the moment, and death surrounds you like a blackened cloak. Yet the floral aura of nature hangs amongst you, so you have visited my dear friend the botanist, and she has a hand in something that has caused quite the issue, yes?
The explosion of something, yes, and I mean, I'm looking for some advice.
Shh, shh. For a moment, she raises a finger up. One moment. It seems our friend is starting to wake. She turns down to the patient, looks him over as he wakes up, and she nods. All right, good. That will keep things going. You will be alive. Cheap alcohol, preferably higher proof. Wash it over. Drink half, other on the wound. Do you understand, man? The bleary-eyed patient looks towards Lamorna, blinks his eye. Hey, yeah, keep it clean. Alcohol. Right, where? Off you go now. And with a wave of the hand, he seems compelled to depart the room. And just as he hobbles out, Lamorna just, and the door, if you will be so kind, good sir. Make sure it is closed on your way out. It's rather drafty today.
Vanya says as he's walking out, "There's alcohol at the Folly."
Oh, Folly, yeah. Yes. Oh, I need a drink. And with that, he stumbles out, closes the door behind you, and Lamorna wipes down her apron and now turns her full attention towards you, Vanya. In spite of being covered in blood, she still seems, relatively clean. Not a speck of blood has dried. It just seems to, almost as if the blood itself wants to get away from her. Her skin is smooth, supple, her eyes bright, hair pulled back behind the veil into a ponytail. Not a hint of grease or dirt across her. Better. Now we can talk properly. So, what is it you wish from me regarding this ordeal?
So I have a bit of a project that I'm heading up, and I'm trying to get the best advice and scenarios and usage to solve this problem. And
I care not for your flowery words. Tell me exactly what it is you need. And if I can, it is within my power, I will help you.
Okay. I hear that I kind of dance around things, so I will get to the point. This is a growth opportunity for me, right? Kind of a personal growth to be able to get to the point. It's one thing that I can work on. Okay. So here is my problem. No, my project, not my problem. It is a problem, but it is a project also. Okay, all right, here's the bullet points, all right? I have a bunch of individuals that are on drugs, and I must get them off of the drugs, and I must create a positive mindset after getting them off of the drugs. So there's my problem. The solutions that I have tried are, I have presented an antidote to one individual.
The botanist.
I didn't give them to the botanist, but she gave me the antidote.
Yes. There is your first fumble.
Okay.
Do go on.
Yes. And let's say an experiment happened because, like experimenting. I have programs and things like that. Oh, sorry.
Hmm.
Again, not getting to the point. Tried that on an individual that was on the drugs, but not fully on the drugs, and he exploded.
And the
And
reason you
then-
reek of death and blood.
I thought I cleaned myself. This must be like how Reza feels. I must scrub myself anymore. Anyways, I digress. So I have went back to the botanist because I've given my word to report on the findings, and based on that concoction, it was because they didn't have enough drugs in their system, consumed it, exploded. We've got this other thing to add to it to try to test. But anyways, the point is I need to get the Paca District off of drugs, and I need your recommendations on how to do that.
So, first piece of advice. Our mutual associate, the botanist, cares not for the sanctity of life, nor of... All she cares for is the results of experiments. Now, she cannot lie, but she is never wholly truthful in what she states. Now, I've already found one issue with your statement. The fact that you brought the problem to her and she sent you away with a second concoction to try, correct?
Yes, it's for the bloating.
Was the first one successful at all? Was it just too strong, too powerful, perhaps?
It was not successful. The individual is no longer with us anymore. Well, maybe in a jar, but it was... I perceive from my notes that he didn't have enough drugs in him. So it might have been too strong for what he had in his system.
Surgeon stares at you for a moment, Vanya. And for a brief moment, she raises a hand and her eyes glow ever so slightly with a golden hue. You feel a shimmer of magic around her and you for a brief moment before she closes her eyes and nods. Your intentions are noble. You do wish good. Very well. My advice for the start: water down the sample given to you by the botanist. Drops we're talking about, not a cup worth. Drops to water.
But so the botanist warned that if we water it down, that it could create mutations. Are you saying that this wouldn't happen? Do I need to test this before I do that?
As I have said, the botanist is, while she cannot lie, she only cares about results of the experiments. But there will be some use for what she has given you. It will do as intended when used properly. Now, as for the getting people to be on more of a positive disposition, well, I believe you would be more than sufficient to gather those up. Congregation, perhaps? Some form of street party or other gathering. Something you could head, you could lead. You could speak from a pedestal and offer your words to the masses.
I could do that.
And
They
with
would
a
be grateful.
subtle suggestion, they would offer themselves to you, perhaps almost like one would a god. Give
Well-
them something, food, hope, and in return they will bow down and listen to every word you say. That is the nature of all these people on this forsaken city. They all want something to believe in deep down, but, well, they've just forgotten how, haven't they?
I feel that they have definitely lost their way, but I don't want to use. Well, this may be contradictory. Like a suggestive magic, but I do like the suggestion of after they come to, offering them something, being a guiding light and a voice for them.
If
That's
your
different.
intentions are for the betterment of them, then magic is just another tool to be used, is it not? Now,
Right.
I'll give you one more question. There is currently a line of the unfortunate who require attention. And as much as I would like to continue this conversation, I have already said far, far too much. So, if there is anything burning you wish to ask me, now is your time. But I am busy.
So when you say water it down, what's the exact measurement per body weight, or is this something that I'm gonna have to test, because each individual's a little bit different?
The Chirurgeon holds out a hand towards you. Do you have any of the concoctions with you?
Yes, I didn't leave them at the folly in the fear that Garrett would destroy them. And she hands both of them. So, and she says, the first one, she's like, this is the antidote. And then the second one is, this is the one that she gave for in the event that they take the antidote, and is supposed to mitigate the bloating.
The Chirurgeon pours a single drop on her finger from the first antidote. Puts it to her lips. And then just gingerly tastes the antidote. Oh, why on earth would you use that, you foolish creature? 3 drops to a standard mug should be enough.
Okay.
Just takes the second one.
What-
Just say go on.
What about the anti-bloating one?
Well, as long as you don't get more than 3 drops, this, and she hefts the other bottle up, shouldn't be needed. But she does the same again, pours a drop out, licks it. Sadistic. Oh, honestly. I would highly recommend you don't give this in large doses to anyone. This will almost do the reverse. Desiccate them, draw any moisture out, and turn them into naught but a shriveled husk. Again, if you desire your stomach to be settled, 1 drop per standard mug should be enough. Any more, and, well, whoever consumed this will look like they've been long dead for thousands of years, perhaps.
Can I ask another question?
You can, but
Just
I'm not going to
one last
answer.
time. You're not going to answer?
No, because you are going to turn around and walk out my door. If you ask why you're walking, then maybe time for me to answer.
Oh, okay. So I will walk out and I will ask this. What if we
And
need
just
to
as
use this?
before you do that, I need you
Yep.
to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Oh, it's not enough. I'm ever so sorry. You find yourself already walking towards the door. Ask your question, but you're already walking towards the door, whether you wish to or not.
Okay. So as she's walking towards the door, she's going to say, can we use this in the event that a vampire gets addicted to drugs on a vampire?
Ooh, interesting. That may actually work. Yes, perhaps. It would require the full dose, but yes, that would be enough to kill a single vampire. The whole dose.
Kill
Well,
a vampire. Okay.
Yes, it would desiccate them into dust. There's no coming back from that.
Thank you as she's walking out the door. And then
I need to
she
add some items
heads
to your
back.
inventory.
And she
Huh?
heads back to the folly. Thank you.
So, back at the Folly, I believe Desmond was in the process of putting forth a few more queries to the group in regards to the assault.
Just, we're going to do this tonight. Yes, just that's it. If we want to do this, then we should get it done. And I was thinking that perhaps my concern was out of hands, but I do think that the longer that this verdant posse spins their web, the more, let's say, troublesome they'll be to deal with later on.
Especially now that they know we're on the scene. We don't know if that'll change any plans, right?
I think getting it done tonight makes sense.
Strike force! Yeah!
Strike force!
Fucking Strike Force.
Night
Garrett
force,
starts
strike force.
swearing
That's the thing now.
Garrett starts swearing in every language he knows.
It would probably be, at this moment, where we nip to the loo, and then when we get back, Vanya will return to the Folly.
Ooh.
So we'll call this as the last BRB. Because again, you're going through water like it's out of fashion at the minute. I know someone already went. Reza. Be right back.
Oh.
And now I'm calling you out. For skipping.
I had to go!
There we go. Stocked back up on the water. Ugh. It's funny, you can do a gaming session for 6 hours. As soon as you start D&D, he's like, oh, I need a toilet. Probably because I'm waffling so much shit constantly.
No, and I'm constantly drinking when I'm playing D&D. Not so much.
That's
on
fair.
games.
Yeah, that is fair.
Yeah, you got your hands free to sup.
Mm-hmm. You got to keep your whistle whetted.
Whetted, yes. Oh, I think that's it, to be honest with you, because I know if I don't drink, from past experience, many sessions, if I don't drink, I end up with a super sore throat tomorrow.
It's a lot of talking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
A lot
sure
of talking.
You get that even just like streaming on top
Yeah.
of gaming.
Yeah.
We'll do that for you.
Coupled with, you having to, as a, the multitude of voices doesn't help. Oh, god damn it, Lee.
I know when I did that voice for the coin flow district. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, that hurt.
What was her name again?
Was it Gertrude?
Gertrude.
Gertrude Bucket.
Gertrude Bucket.
Good bucket, yeah.
That's Cypher right there.
In a Canadian tuxedo.
What?
You haven't heard of like when you wear denim on denim?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, if you wear all denim, it's called a Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah.
got you. Okay.
You learn something new every day.
But it makes it
Apparently.
cooler when you have, the guns in each hand.
Now that's the American tuxedo.
All right.
Did he have the mullet in that? Because that makes it 10 times better.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No, I think
Sad thing.
he'd grown out of it by that point. All right. So, better than cement shoes. Random, but you're not wrong. All right. So, with this discussion taking place, Vanya, you would have by now returned to the Folly, where Garrett, Desmond, Reza, and Cypher are having this discussion about murdering Erden Leandon, the peddler and leader of the Verdant Posse.
Welcome back.
I'm back! Did Falco get the other guy?
He did. Alistair, right? I believe he's at the bar. He was.
Eating soup, I think.
Fourth bowl by this point.
Okay.
Does he seem lucid?
No, he's off his tits.
Well, I know we talked about testing on rats, but the botanist said that it wouldn't work on animals. But I did visit the chirurgeon.
Hold on. Did you actually did what you were told? Good. Well done, Vanya.
I was researching to figure out what I needed to do. I learned how to kill you.
Oh, really? You
But I'm not going to.
Please tell me how. What is this method you learned for killing me?
I'm not going to kill you. I just learned how to. like others like you. I'm still working on you.
Can I kill her now, Garrett?
I'm not
Can we
Garrett.
let
I'm
her
not.
get to the point first?
Well, I don't
What-
want to say it now because I feel like if I show my hand.
No, the cure.
Oh, the
Garrett
cure.
goes back to swearing in many languages.
Uh, so the cure is what the botanist created for me, but apparently the dose was too high. So we need to do 3 drops, dilute it in some water, and then I will stand upon a podium in front of them. Of course, I will give them something so that they see me as their provider. And then I will speak the word of positivity and change their mind as they are being healed from their inevitable desire to consume this drug.
Okay, I'm with you in everything apart from this podium.
I mean, it's like a metaphorical podium. I mean, I don't have to like carry one around, but I will encourage them to do better in their life as they are laying on the bed fighting this poison called drugs.
Yeah, never
Anybody
mind.
ever tell you you talk weird, Vanya?
I've heard that before. Now, how you kill Reza is, I mean, and we're not killing Reza, but like individuals like her, because we've still got a lot of work to do. And we kind of like her, right? And she looks around. Okay.
You skip
Uh,
upstairs for everyone.
So apparently, and Reza, I would never, never do this to you. But in the event that you wanted to kill another vampire, you just give them a full dose of this and they will disintegrate to dust.
Is it safe for her to have something like this?
I would never use it on you. I promise.
I don't believe you.
It's easy fix. Just don't drink anything that Vanya wants to give you.
I don't plan on it.
I'm slightly offended right now.
You're offended when you're
I
sitting
am.
here waving something at me that could kill me.
I just wanted you to know that it's out there, and I would never do that.
It's a threat.
No, it is not a threat. We're working towards something great. Do you not feel this? Cypher, Desmond, have I been like misreading?
The others would see that Reza is almost instinctively backing away from Vanya and whatever it is that she is holding. Like, she is taking this incredibly seriously.
Okay. Can I?
Go on. Garrett?
Is this second concoction required for the cure?
No, this is more for settling an upset stomach. If you give 1 drop, but if you give more than that, it will suck all of the life out of you.
Right. Maybe we'll just put that somewhere safe for the time being.
Yeah, I don't think that like we should be utilizing this in case Cypher eats something bad.
What do you mean eat something bad? I don't
You
eat
know,
anything bad.
when you try new things. But so she hands that to Garrett and she says, and she looks straight at Reza and she goes, as an act of I will not do this to you, she also hands the other vial to Garrett.
So I've got the cure and the kill.
Reza is still looking very much like, if we are friends and work together, how could you possibly bring something like that into this establishment?
She's looking at her face and she goes, you can't be like, we're dealing with like individuals like the governor and all of that. Like, how would you not want to have this in your arsenal? Like, but Garrett, as I'm passing this to you, I have one request. I'd be in the room when they take it. I want to inspire them.
Okay. I'm more worried about the thing that will kill our friend at the moment, but...
Well, I don't have it anymore. You have it. I'm just saying that I want to inspire, who we cure. That's my main focus. I don't care about killing Reza. She'll kill herself eventually.
Holy shit.
You know she's essentially immortal, right?
I'm just hoping, like, something hits her and she gets on board with my program. But I'm not going to the lengths of killing her to make her get on my program, because then that's pointless because she'll be dead and then it's for nothing. So it serves no purpose for me.
You are dangerously delusional, Vanya.
I don't think so. I just gave it to Garrett. Like, come on. Right? Garrett? Desmond? Cypher?
I wish I could see the world through your eyes. Just for a day.
Funnily enough, that session might come very soon.
Nice. Well, I will put this concoction somewhere safe. Somewhere out of the reach of most.
Does that make you feel better, Reza?
No, it doesn't.
I can't reach it. I have tried to pick Garrett's locks and I can't do it.
You just don't understand, Vanya, and I don't think you ever will.
I didn't create it intentionally. Like, this is just something
Just
that
be
the
quiet.
tradition told me.
Just be quiet. I
Wow.
don't want to hear any more out of your mouth because you just don't get it. We're talking about a mission that actually has some value or purpose tonight.
Garrett, I am completely offended by her right now, so I'm going to sit on the other side of the table because I feel like what I just did created a lot of purpose and value to this group.
Vanya, this is worse than you casting a zone of truth on me and forcing me to answer your questions. Do you understand the trust you have broken with me today?
No, because I did not create this, so I'm completely confused, and I will sleep on this and try to figure out why you were so mad. Because I did not say create something to kill you. I'm just relaying the message of what was created. So you can't be mad at me by proxy, right, Garrett? And Vanya's like sitting by Garrett by now, is like leaning over in his ear and saying, right, Garrett? By proxy.
I'm going to go and put this somewhere very safe. And I get up. Go down to the undercroft.
Yep.
Into the room where the thorns have grown from.
Oh.
And where is it? Go up to the main, the part of the floor where I buried the
Sure.
the thorn to start
Yep.
the whole growth off. And hold. Hold.
I'm holding. It's all good. Take your time.
Still holding.
And I cast Brewcraft.
Strike first is what.
And using my druidic magic, I open an alcove in the thorns, where it's completely surrounded by the most strong protection, nestled in the anti-magic spells and protection from good and evil.
Yeah.
I've got like a little alcove that's got a thorn wall safe in front of it that no one knows around. There's no key, there's no way of getting in. That you've got to be attuned to the right moment.
What I will say though, Garrett, is as you begin to move this bottle closer to the safe, even the thorns, the plant's not sentient, but even this starts trying to slowly close as you bring this potion towards it.
Fuck.
They don't close completely, it doesn't shut you off, but you can immediately tell that even plant life does not want to be around this. There may have been a reason the botanist got rid so quick. So yeah, it will be fine. It will, you can keep it there. It will be safe. But it's you get the impression that yes, the contents of that bottle, anything that's living, dead, anything that has liquid pulsing through it, this is an affront to it. So for all intents and purposes, think of this as a liquid disintegration spell. This is the disintegrate spell in a bottle. If someone drinks it all.
So I pop the bottle in there, along with the bottle of positivity that I've already stashed down there.
He takes everything from me.
I just like giving Vanya weapons of mass destruction and see what the rest of the party do.
And it's gonna get her killed.
So yeah, just to clarify a few things, this liquid is basically, if fully consumed, it acts as the disintegrate spell. It will turn someone into a desiccated husk. Anyone who's undead instinctively know it's bad news. Things like like smart undead, at least coherent undead, There are ingredients in this thing that they do not. They immediately recognize that it's bad news. So you can't slip it into a glass for a vampire, and then be like, oh yes, glug dead. You have to get a bit more creative. But so it's a very unique taste. And in small doses will do exactly as the botanist said. It will indeed cure bloating. But should you down the entire bottle, it will suck all the moisture out of you, basically.
Time to make a dart gun.
So that's the sort of the out of character point of view, just so you're aware of its limitations. There's your one MacGuffin for the next few months, should you ever need it. Disintegrating a ball. So, with the thorn safe now closing around this bottle of liquid death, as it's been aptly named, Garrett, back to you. What's the final plan for getting rid of Erden Leandon and his verdant posse, I guess?
Mm-hmm. Well, our job is to cut the head off a snake, as it were. Our contractors, we can send out as hunting parties to remove the dealers and to get the supplies. And then once the buying and selling of drugs has come to a halt, we'll see who surfaces. And that'll be our next target.
Hmm.
So, with that then, I will probably say you all will spend the rest of the day gathering whatever items you'd need for... Because by the sounds of it, it's going to be a group effort to get rid of him.
Yeah, might as well. Everybody's here.
All right. In that case, then, I'll probably cut it a little early, because we're in that awkward time frame where things have gone on, and we'd end up probably ending the session halfway through a fight, which I'd rather not do. If it comes down to it, it may not. It may not. No. Again, the whole Rurik incident, I expected a fight and it didn't. So.
Oh, we're going in there with murder on our minds.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So we may as well make a session of it, shall we? In all of its grotesque glory, as the Strike Force descend and murder stomp him into oblivion.
Strike Force.
Strike Force.
Give Jump time to get her backup character ready.
Wow. Vanya is going to outlive all of you guys.
Oh, no, the race
I don't know about that.
All right. Is there anything anyone wishes to bring forth before we... again, I know it's a little earlier than usual, but I think it's probably a good point now. So anything further anyone wishes to bring forth?
Bye, chat.
Yeah, goodbye, chat. Oh,
Go on.
Is Tales of Nova Story restarting next week?
Yes, it will be. I was going to do that first thing tomorrow, but yes, the Saturday campaign will be restarting next week, or well, this coming Saturday. So we need to get that rolling again now that things are back up and running and smooth, stable. Not a single percentage dropped on the frames. So yeah. Look forward to that, everyone, because that was going to be memes as well. Yeah, so with that one, we will pick next session up back into the Piker district. So, yeah. Goodbye, chat.
Goodbye, chat.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye.
And see you next time on Pariahs.
Without fail. Cheers. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Again, a little... very much went in a direction I was not expecting, as this campaign does on the regular. So, what we shall do is... bring that down. Bring this up, and we'll find someone to raid. So, everyone, once again, thank you for joining us for episode 43 of Pariahs. We will see you all next Sunday for Pariahs, or the day before on Saturday for the Chronicles of Nova Stoya. With that, though, ta-ta for now. I'm saying nothing, Smith. Let's find someone to raid. Oh, this has got lots of blood on the screen. Let's go raid them. So I'm not sure what they're up to, but we're going to go raid Kira Cult, who's on episode 3 of their D&D campaign. I've just seen an absolute bloodbath on their screen, and I'm intrigued. So let's go over there. All right, everyone. See you all next time for more Dragons. Yeah.
You know, if you want someone to find these.